you keep attracting the same type of man. Different face, same dynamic. You start hopeful, you stay patient, you over-explain, you overfunction, and somehow you end up drained again. If you're a single woman dating and noticing repeating relational patterns, this absolutely isn't random. It's not because you're too much or not enough. See, we were never taught how polarity actually works. We were taught how to perform roles. Be agreeable, be strong, be independent, be nurturing, be soft, be strategic. So we adapt. And over time, we stop relating from our true wiring and start relating from survival strategy. See, most emotionally intelligent women I work with don't struggle because they lack awareness. They struggle because they're overfunctioning in relationships without even realizing it. And when you overfunction, overfunction, when you overfunction, you still distort polarity. See, when I started my work, I didn't start with dating strategy. I started with balance. My foundation has always been helping individuals restore polarity within themselves, the masculine and the feminine principle that exists in all of us. And I began with women because I'm a woman, and because when women restore their natural order, her feminine principles given by nature, her relational dynamics shifts. Not because she manipulates outcomes, but because she stops performing. I've watched this pattern repeat for many years. Smart women, capable women, self-aware women, but internally misaligned. But that misalignment shows up in who they attract. So let's break this down clearly. Okay, so the pattern isn't about him. So when you keep meeting emotionally unavailable men, passive men, controlling men, or men who need fixing, who needs a project, right? But that's not coincidence. It's polarity distortion. If you're constantly initiating planning, clarifying, emotionally regulating the room, or analyzing the dynamics, you are operating from your masculine energy. And it's not because you're wrong, but because you've been conditioned to survive that way. And when you lead with a masculine structure, you will often attract men who collapse, men who complete, or men who compete, or men who dominate. So none of those feel safe long term. So the question isn't, why does he keep doing this? The question is, where am I overfunctioning? Where am I performing strength instead of relating from receptivity? So stop performing roles. Here's the shift. To stop performing roles, you want to regulate and relate from your true wiring. Your feminine principle is not weakness. It's a receptivity, intuition, magneticism, boundaries, and discernment. But if your nervous system is dysregulated, you won't access that. You'll default to control. You'll text first. You'll define the relationship. You'll explain your worth. You'll manage his emotions. You'll try to make clarity happen. That is not feminine receptivity. That is anxiety wearing confidence. And anxiety distorts polarity. So instead of asking, how do I get him to show up? Ask, can I tolerate not controlling this moment? Now, that's restoration. So there's a natural order in relational polarity. Masculine energy initiates, provides structure, pursues direction. Feminine energy receives, evaluates, responds, and sets energetic tone. So when a woman restores her feminine principle, she stops chasing clarity. She lets clarity reveal itself through behavior. She doesn't overinvest before she's chosen. She doesn't overexplain to be understood. She simply observes. And that changes who remains. Because when you stop over-functioning, certain dynamics cannot survive. And that's the point. If you're listening and realizing that you've been over-functioning for years, that awareness is powerful. But insight alone won't shift the pattern. If you want structured clarity around where your polarity is distorted and how to restore it without swinging into passivity, well, that's exactly what I do inside of a clarity call. It's direct, it's grounding, and it gives you a clear next move. So let's make this practical. When you're dating from restored feminine polarity, you don't chase communication, you respond to it. You don't audition, you evaluate. You don't explain your standards, you hold them. You don't manage his emotional maturity, you observe it. That creates relief because overthinking comes from trying to engineer outcomes. When you're aligned, you don't engineer, you discern. And discernment creates clarity. And clarity creates calm. Calm creates freedom to act or not act. And that freedom is what most women actually want, not a constant emotional analysis, not control. Freedom. You are not stuck because you're unworthy. You're stuck because you've been performing strength in places that require receptivity. If you want to stop repeating relational patterns and start dating from a restored polarity, book a clarity call with me at the link below. We'll identify exactly where the distortion is and what your next aligned move is. Clarity creates movement. Movement creates relief. Now, if this resonated, watch the video I made about why keep attracting the same kind of partner. It goes deeper into the nervous system piece of the pattern. So start there. And if you're ready for direct support, the clarity call link is below, and I will see you inside.